Japanese water heater, actually purchased in Japan when I was doing my overseas study there. This guy is basically to set like a, oh no, I'm sorry, this is temperature setting. This is a delay, my bad. This is lock, it actually says roku. So when you touch it, now it's locked, now it's unlocked. Now I can pour the water, it releases the water. So, and so that's basically, I'll hit it again so that now it won't, you know, if I push it now, it's not going to do anything.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It's instant grade. And so you can see in there.
So why would people have this? Because they don't have a stove?
It's just, I think, easeability. It's just more convenient. A lot of places do have stoves, but when you're like out at a convenience store, or if you're getting lunch to go, that sort of thing, it's just a lot more convenient to have this sort of thing around. Miso soup, which is a very common breakfast. This is instant, clearly. So you can see here, this is red miso. There is white miso as well. But whenever you buy it, you can buy it in tubs, and that's quote-unquote fresh miso. Miso is actually made of soybean, but it has its own distinct flavors to it. So this is the actual paste. And then this has different dry components. I believe this has, I'm not sure what the root is that's in there. I don't want to say it's, I don't think it's daikon, but it could be daikon, which is a Japanese radish. But there is wakame. Wakame is a type of seaweed. But as you can see here, these are just the dry ingredients. There's also green onion. And the little powder that you see here, it's called dashi. Dashi, it can be made of many different things. Some dashi is from fish base. Some dashi is from seaweed base. When it's powdered, it can be a mix of several different things. But it's basically dashi when it is when water is added to it, or when it's made from scratch. It is a soup broth. And you can actually have a soup that is just dashi. It's called osuimono. It's just a broth soup. So basically what you do is just add the water to it.
And then let it sit for a few minutes?
Yep, and you can actually stir it up. You want to mix the miso in with chopsticks too. But notice how all the, you know, ingredients that were freeze-dried come alive now.
Mm. That is brilliant.
There are many different ways to prepare seaweed.
Get in there and look perfect.
Yeah. There we go. It's sticky. Next we'll do tsukemono. Tsukemono is the pickles, which I would not necessarily call this like heavily pickled, but when the Japanese do cucumbers as tsukemono, it's very lightly pickled. It's not like how we think of our own American pickles. I made Japanese omelet for you, which is called tamago yaki. And that is actually a very typical Japanese breakfast item. Very simple to make, but they make it in a special pan usually that's shaped like a square. And it's the preparation of it that makes it really interesting and makes it unique in how, you know, they call it an omelet versus what we think of as an omelet. Japanese omelet typically doesn't have any other ingredients in it that, you know, we would think, like there's no peppers or onion, or, I mean, you can have some onion in it, but the really neat thing about Japanese cuisine is that when they make something, there's always something that is represented in the meal. So the fact that tamago yaki, tamago being egg, yaki being a rough translation of like fried or grilled, it's basically saying that the egg is the most important part of this meal. So that's pretty much what you will find in it.